Hello there and welcome to Swinging Steve's Bargain Beer Reviews. Happy New Year, if you've not already seen my Happy New Year video. I'm going to do a couple of videos today. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do one after it. They're not proper reviews. The new reviews will be coming soon, don't worry, I've not stopped doing reviews or anything like that. There's a couple of videos I've been meaning to do, but I've just not had a chance to do. Since starting back at work. Work's been manic. Anybody out there in education will tell you that this week's certainly been a testing week for most teachers, especially those that have been working throughout this week. But we've got to be there for the kids at the end of the day, and we've got to do the best job we can. So there we go. I've said my bit. Now, anyway, let's move on. This coming in, so I'm going to give you my top 3 beers of 2020. Top 3 beers that come under the bargain beer bracket. Okay. Now, the first one, I've not got a can for it. It's a canned beer, and it's from Tesco's. And I'm going to cut. This comes in at number 3. And at number 3, I'm going to say Jamestown. Jamestown is a New England IPA, and it comes in at £1.12 a can. It's about 5.8%, if I'm not mistaken, and it's an absolute cracking beer. It's a beautiful beer, actually. And for the price, £1.12, it's brilliant. It's a hazy New England IPA. It's got a decent body, I think, for the price. Yeah, you could argue that's where its downfall is. It's a little bit thin, but hey, man, you're paying £1.12 a can for it. So yeah. As far as the supermarket beers are concerned, there's a lot. There's a hell of a lot that I could have gone for, especially in almost that sort of more craft can range of bargain beers. But £1.12, you're paying that. Absolutely fantastic. So that comes in at my number 3 this year. Now, I've had to think long and hard about these beers, because I've gone through quite a lot this year. I've certainly reviewed quite a lot. And I've reviewed both of these 2 beers that I'm putting forward. And some of you might be a bit surprised by my choice, actually. And one of them's one I reviewed quite recently, one of my most recent reviews, actually. So coming in at number 2, and it was a toss up between this one and the one that's coming at number 1. They're both stouts. So that might spoil it a little bit for you, but they're both stouts. So I was a bit like, and they're both good for different reasons. Now, they both stand out a little bit. They're both a little bit unique as well. I think that's why I've given them pride of position at number 1 and number 2. So anyway, let's come in at number 2. So coming in at number 2, I've gone for this. I've gone for this coffee stout from Aldi. Now, I think the beer range at Aldi is pretty dismal in comparison to Lidl's this year and other supermarkets. However, they've upped the game a little bit. Now, some of these Harper's beers are a little bit iffy still. None of them are bad though. None of them are bad. But this one was a real surprise. This for £1.12 I paid for this. Or it might even be £1.09. I can't remember. £1.09 or £1.19. Not £1.12. £1.09 or £1.19. I think it might be £1.19. Although no, I think it's £1.09. I think it was £1.09 for 500 mils. And this, even if it were £1.19, it's worth it regardless. This coffee stout, and it's got a beautiful. Yes, the flavour is probably quite synthetic in it, but it works, and it's got quite an old school stout mouthfeel to it, or an old school stout sort of back end to it more, should I say? It's quite roasted. It's coffee, obviously, because it's a coffee stout, but it's got this hazelnut quality to it, and it's got a nice smooth, it's got a nice silkiness to it, I think, and a nice body. It's almost a bit milky, actually, almost like a milk stout. I love this. I thought this was really good. When I reviewed this, I was really surprised. In fact, maybe if I go back to my review, I don't know what I gave it out of 10, but I might have even been a little bit harsh because I've had this since, and I've really enjoyed it again. So for what you cannot go wrong at £1.09 or 19, whatever it was, you cannot go wrong with this. I think this is definitely the best in Harper's range. I have also tried some of the Aldi cans recently, and they're a lot better than I remember. The little Williams Brothers cans. I had a few of them at Christmas. In fact, did I review one at Christmas? I think I did, and I was really impressed. So there we go. That's coming in at number 2. So number 1, what's coming at number 1? 2020. Now, 2020 has been a fantastic year for craft beers in supermarkets in particular, and especially the Aldi and Lidl range. The Lidl range in particular. Their beer festivals have been fantastic. and the price of their beers has been incredibly competitive with the other supermarkets. So this beer is from that range. It was from the Summer Beer Festival. Now, unfortunately, where I live, the Lidls are rubbish. Most of the beer festivals that everybody else is getting beers from, I don't seem to get round in Wakefield and Yorkshire. However, the summer one I did get, and I made sure I picked up quite a few beers in that range. And actually, this beer came out for Christmas as well, so they must have brewed this for like a Christmas batch, because it is quite a festive beer. And this one is now it's a stout, so that's a clue. This one, Barney's Marshmallow Stout. So number one, it's got a novelty to it. It's a marshmallow stout. We don't get many marshmallow stouts on the supermarket floors. It's a marshmallow milk stout. Does it taste like marshmallow milk? Hell yes. And the thing is as well, it doesn't taste too synthetic. It tastes good. It tastes fantastic. It tastes outstanding for the price. This came in at £1.69, but this is 7.5% on Richter scale. Yes, it's only a 330 bottle, but this has got some lovely quality to it. A lovely mouthfeel, lovely smooth, rich, silky mouthfeel. You can tell it's got the lactose in it to make it a little bit thicker, and it's got a bit of an old school back end to it, a little bit roasted, almost like marshmallows that have slightly been toasted on a fire. It's absolutely lovely. This is delightful. If you see this anywhere, it's well worth picking up. So if you're in Lidl, you like your stouts, or you want to try a stout that's quite sweet, a little bit of a treat, something that's a little bit sweet and a treat for after your dinner on a Sunday, or for a Friday night maybe, you want to have a bit of a stout, this is the one I would go for. A fantastic little beer. Really, really do recommend that. So there we go. They're my 3 top beers of 2020. And I've gone there. I'd love to hear what some of your favourite beers of 2020 have been, whether they've been bargain beers or not. Obviously mine have all come under the bargain beer bracket, because that's what I specialise in. But I'd love to hear what some of your choices were for this year. So thanks for joining me again. Have a fantastic start to this year. Heads up, keep positive, everybody. Keep going, keep slogging away, keep positive as possible. And yeah, I think we're going to have a good year. Everybody, collectively, people, I think, are going to have a better year this year. I can feel it coming. Yeah, we're going to get some hurdles to jump over. We're also going to get a few obstacles that are going to get in our way. But I think this year's going to be a good one. I really do. So a drink from me and a toast from me. So well done, Barney's Marshmallow Stout. I'll just give a shout out to the brewery as well. Barney's, I think it is Barney's Beer. Yeah, Barney's Brewery. barneysbeer.co.uk. Okay, so I've not tried any other beers, but that, fantastic. They've got it spot on there. So I've been Swigging Steve. Thanks for joining me again. Thanks for subscribing. And I really appreciate everybody. You know who you are, all the people that comment, and all the people that get back, and all the people that watch. Don't necessarily want to comment and get involved. Thanks for watching anyway. And yeah, see you next time.